Hello there, hello, stream started.
Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Welcome to my never-ending stream about trying to fix Dungeon 2. Apparently. Hello. Welcome, welcome. So I was watching some news, right? Apparently Visual just imploded. It seems every single member has left the agency, which is quite surprising. I thought they would, right? But I didn't think they would like all leave within like the span of 24 hours. Yeah. They can keep their peace, yes. Yeah. If you see me making weird faces, it's because I have an apple that I'm slowly butchering with a knife. Yep. I think my face tracking needs an update because you cannot really see me like munching to it. Yeah. You will eat more fruits if the way are to prioritize. Funny enough, I find the ones that are like harder to cut or peel, they are the most tasty. Yeah. Also, I don't know why. I kinda enjoy the process of turning them apart. Yeah. Also, I just heard something today. The Steam version of SCP containing Birch has been removed from the store. Yeah. It's no longer there. Why? You might be asking. Because do you remember that group of Australian Karens? Well, they basically reported the game saying they had like depictions of nudity in it. And you wanna see, let me look it up, what they use as their excuse, because that particular game is a horror game, right? And I have played it. In that game, I know for a fact has no depictions of nudity. They basically said this guy was a depiction of nudity. Yes, Peanut. Do you see what happens when you give someone this much power. Now they are censoring games that have nothing to do with porn, like at all. Wow. I don't know why things that I talked about yesterday are like escalating like majorly for no good reason. Yeah. They actually removed the SCP game, which I believe is bullshit. Yeah. I really need to... Yeah, I think I'm going to have to become active because I feel like the reason these people can do what they do is because people like me prefer to stay like passive because we don't want issues, right? We don't want drama. We don't want to like have to bother with that kind of people. Huge fun. So yeah, maybe I will become more active now. At least when it comes to the gaming industry. I will probably not touch like the VTuber stuff, but I will definitely become more active on the gaming side. Yeah. Because you see, I liked that game. That was one of my favorite games. Yeah. Not sure how much you can help. Well, the thing is, the more voices are against them, the more obvious it will become they are a minority that have no idea what they're talking about. Right? Because the issue is that when there is someone that knows nothing of the gaming industry is told something, they believe it because there is no one else actually speaking, right? Yes, like I saw in a movie, I don't remember which, where one of the guys said, it's not that they are drinking sand because they are so desperate. It's that they are drinking sand because they cannot tell the difference. Right? Yeah. So I need to show the difference. Yeah. The trick here is that basically they are like either tricking the credit companies into censoring stuff because the credit companies don't know any better, or the credit companies are taking advantage of the fact that most people don't understand video games or know about them to censor, right? And they are using this group as an excuse. So the solution is to make sure they cannot claim something if it's while they know to be the opposite, right? It's so annoying. It feels like I'm being forced to act. It feels like when I'm on a school project, right? Where they force you to like team up with other classmates, and no one in the group is like organizing or willing to do it, right? So they are like stumbling all over the place, and you know they are going to literally fail the class because they have no idea what they're doing, and you have to literally reluctantly take the role of the leader because no one else is like up for the task. Yeah. Or in more dramatic intense, like a hero being forced to take action. Yeah, but yes, I suppose I will have to start making videos about it. I cannot just sit idly when they remove games that I want to play. Because the porn games was one thing, right? But they now are affecting games that have nothing to do with that. So I didn't expect the Slippery Slope that I talked about yesterday to like literally in less than 24 hours become relevant. Yeah. But yes, that's happening. So I might become more active. Yeah. Okay. Today, we need to finish a dungeon. Yes. So, I have with me a glass of water, a cup of coffee, and like a quarter of an apple to fuel this endeavor. And let me butcher my apple a little bit more. There we go. Apple successfully butchered. Yeah. Yes. What do you think about that? What's your perspective? You're just angry about that? Well, here is a suggestion if you are willing to like act on it. Yes, the Karens in Australia are like annoying, wrong, and harming everybody. But I must call to attention that the credit card companies are not supposed to have that kind of power, right? In the first place. So, if you're willing, why not contact your like government and bring it to attention? Yeah. The more countries start like acting against the companies, the more afraid they will be to do it, right? So that's one angle. Yeah, because this is a global problem. Just mention this. hey, Mr. President, are you aware that this group of Karens managed to censor hundreds of video games in this country, right? We have a foreign group censoring video games in this country. Are you aware that the credit card companies have this power? Do you believe they should have that power? Yeah, they are not going to care, right? But the fact that there is brought to their attention is going to be like an angle, and you can paint it in such a way where they can care. You can say, hey, Mr. President, I know you are having like this really nasty discussion with the US, right? Where you are aware they can censor whatever they want in the country just by pressuring the credit card companies, Visa and MasterCard. How is your message going to reach them? It's very easy because more than one politician wants a new angle to attack either the United States or their opponents, right? So you can either go to the opposition or the current president and say, hey, look at this censorship that just happened under the nose of this president, right? They allowed it to happen, right? And that immediately becomes a centerpiece for them to fight over. Yeah. Politicians love easy wins, right? And because no one really cares about video games, is an angle they can use to strengthen their own tactics without really angering the populace, right? The population. Yeah. It's an easy win, basically. And politicians love easy wins. It depends on how you present it. Yeah. You know how you have any means to contact anyone? It's actually very easy. For example, I believe it probably happened to you, where someone knocks at the door of your house and they are like, hey, we belong from this political party and we want to tell you this and blah 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 about our candidate. Then you can tell them the thing, hey, I heard they censored the games. Yeah. Oh, you live far away from everyone? Oh. That's too bad. Yeah. But you can do it like that, yeah? It's very easy because it's an easy win. Yes. You're back? Okay. See you in a bit. See you. In the meanwhile, I'm going to begin the game development since I can. Yeah.
Hello there. Hello. Stream started.
Hello. One moment. I need to open this. I'm back. Hello. Welcome. Your dad called you an explanation? That's fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, what I was saying is that you don't really need to like actively go after like someone who can bring the information to someone higher. You can just spread it, right? For example, if someone in your family is like talking about like politics, you can just bring it like that, like, hey, did you know this happened where they censor a bunch of video games globally because the credit card companies like got pressured by some random hello by some random group of women on Australia. I wonder why it's possible for foreigners from people from another country to censor stuff in our country, right? And then that word will spread. Yes. Now you are like, how the fuck did they manage to remove video games from our country when they are on Australia? Yeah. Bring that to the attention. And you can also add the fact that should the credit cards have that like power without like consequences? And they might actually tell that to someone else, and they will eventually the word spread. Yeah. Okay, so let's do a run of the game. Oh wow, that doesn't look good. I need to fix this script. I seriously need to sit down and just fix it. Okay. Let's see. Also, how are you doing? Nariel? Hello, how are you doing? How are you today? Everything good? I was checking on tests, right? Okay, so... Oh, now I remember what we were doing before. It's the fact that keys are not working. I forgot about that. Yeah. For some reason, the keys are not working. Yeah. Where was I with that? Save data, load data, store data, save data on destroy, store the data. And the issue was that it's not like acting correctly. Utter on room end. On room end, let's save the data. I believe it's necessary. Right? Maybe that will fix it. Hopefully. I wish it was that easy. I know it will probably not be that easy. Let me delete this. Save files. I also need to do something about this issue of the controls. Ouch. I really need to overhaul the way the enemies work. Okay, let me save and we're going. Okay, so first let me grab a key right here. And it crashed. A big index, a small key. Enable find instance of objects. Dungeon.save data. Oh, so it didn't found the dungeon. Interesting. And the issue is on the key. One moment. There is so much noise outside today. And let's see. Store data. Dungeon save data right here. I can just submit this for now. Okay. Okay, that's working, right? So if I here hit save, right? And then I quit. And I open the game again. Keys is on 0. So I don't have any keys. Even though I just grabbed one. Ah, that's funny. Yeah, I cannot open the door. Even though I took the key. The issue is with this. It's not with the key, it's with the... Specifically with the dungeon object. There is no saving data. Why? Is it maybe the key not correct? Binary key? Let me check what's happening here. Data is a struct. Okay, let's see. Let me add something interesting here. Step. If he pressed and the key I will place for this would be P. If I press P, I want you to save the data. If I press O, I want you to load the data. Lock now. Load data. Okay. So let's give it a try. Over here, let me delete this. And go straight for this. New. Okay, so let's go to the dungeon. Ah, wait, not this way. Okay, I will save right here. Ah, dungeon object not found. That's weird. Why is the dungeon object not being found? Okay, so we are here. Dungeon object not found. So that's an issue. Dungeon object not found. Huh. Do I really not have the dungeon object? Is that the issue? Load screen. There is an object too right here. Yeah, it is there. How about if I give you an appearance then? I will make you look like this. Dungeon 1, Dungeon 0. Okay, I will place you right in the middle. Just so I can actually see you in game. There it is, right there, our dungeon item. He's still there. He's still there. Ow. He's still there. Still there. Still there. Okay, that seems to be working. Save data. Why is keys 0? I'm pretty sure keys is 1. Hold on. Let me go up. Ouch. To the door. Yeah, I did have a key. Wait. Hold on. Okay, we have a key. And press the save. It says we don't have a key. Key is on 0. The fuck? Wait, what's happening here? Hold on. Keys is equal to keys, right? And we have keys at 0. Yes, but we increase the keys, right? When we pick up the key. Yeah, keys plus 1 right there. Is that not triggering? No, it has to be triggering. Okay, 0 keys. Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, it did trigger. I'm seeing it right here. Keys is 0. But if I take one more step, we have keys on 1, right? Self order object small key dungeon DOS. Right here. Keys is set to 1. Yeah. That's other stuff. Yeah, keys is set to 1 right here. Huh. So that puts the key on 1, right? So if I hit B, it should save it. But the keys, it says keys is on 0. It's not saving the keys. Huh. When I hit save. Why? Okay, so this is fine. That's working as it should. The issue comes here. Okay, let me check. Okay, here we are loading information. Okay. Okay, we finished the loading. So we're going here. Oh, that's triggering again. Yeah, okay. Okay. That triggers again. Okay. For each dungeon it triggers. Okay. So we go over here and triggers again. Okay. Okay, that trigger again. Okay. That's triggering once more. Okay, we go back. Triggers again. I'm basically saving the dungeon information every time we change rooms. Okay. So here I grab the key, right? We have one key. If I hit this. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? So this keys, it says is on 0, even though that key is on 0, that key is on 0. What? That should be on 1. Why is that on 0? Key 0, instance and object 0. Okay, 1 on dungeon 0. Never mind. Okay, let's skip this one. We are instance on dungeon 0. So it's triggering the save for dungeon 0. But it's not triggering the effect for any other of the dungeons. Why? I should be saving the other ones too. It's only triggering for 0. Why? Okay, let me close this. Yeah, instance of dungeon 0. This is saving. Okay. That should trigger for every dungeon item. But it's only triggering for dungeon 0. Huh. Huh. Why is only triggering for dungeon 0? But if I change rooms... Okay, this is the instance of dungeon 2. Actually, dungeon 2. And you can see it does have a key. Right? We have a key, so we assign it. Right? Wait. Why is that the key still 0? What the fuck? It didn't assign it. The fuck? Why did it not? What the hell? No, wait. It does have a value. Wasn't just a moment ago saying it didn't have a value? You saw that, right? That it said 0? Now it says 1. Now it said 1. What? Huh? What the fuck? I literally didn't run the the program again. It's just... The hell? It just happened. Okay, we have a data of 1. Right there. We streetify it. Okay. We can see that's the key. The data. So it saved that. Okay. We continue. This is dungeon 1. Right here. It doesn't have any keys. Okay. The key generated is specifically for dungeon 1. Okay. Okay, so apparently this is working this particular time, right? Okay. So now, let me try checking the load. Okay, load. We are here. This is dungeon 0. Right here you can see it. Keys is at 0. Okay. Continue. And it only triggered for dungeon 0, which is very weird. Key 0. This is dungeon 0. Okay. Dungeon 0. We don't have any keys. Okay. This is for dungeon 1. We don't have keys. Okay. And then we have dungeon 2. We have 1 key, right? So this is saving 1 key, right? We see it. There is 1 key. Right? Right? That's all okay, right? It's supposed to have saved everything. Okay, it's supposed to save, right? So I hit save. Right? Now I quit. So let's give it another check. And suddenly it's 0. We don't have keys. So it's saving correctly, but not like loading correctly. Okay, we are here. Load. Okay, we are on dungeon 0. This has to be the basic. Okay, we are now... It just triggers for 1 dungeon and not the others, which is weird. Huh. Okay, this is really confusing me. Huh. How can I make this in such a way that I can actually do this without having to worry about anything else? Okay, how about I remove this from this and I go straight to the dungeon item I want. Where are you? generic dungeon 2. Okay, so now I can do that for specifically dungeon 2. So I can hit load. Huh? Why are you not triggering? Okay, so we are here. Hit this. Okay, so we have 0 and keys right there. How about I modify this and I say you have 5 keys, right? And we continue. So now if I hit save, we can see here that we have 5 keys, right? That goes in there. Over here we can see we have 5 keys, right? Okay, so now I load and we see we have 5 keys still. So it actually save correctly? Wait. 5 keys. 5 keys, 5 keys. 5 keys. Huh? Now you're working correctly? The fuck? Save. Wait. Okay. Since it apparently it loaded and saved normally, what if I hit continue here? And we have, according to this, we have 0 keys on this load, but this is for dungeon 0. Okay. This is dungeon 1. We have 0 keys. Okay. This is for dungeon 2. And we have 0 keys. Huh. So the issue is that it's not saving to the file. Yeah, we can actually see that it's like... So if I hit 0 here, we can see the keys is still at 0. Okay, so the issue is that it's not saving to the file for some reason. Huh. Why are you not saving to the file? That's weird. Why are you not loading? Okay, how about I force the load data manually? Hold on. If whatever I'm going to put there, then just load the data. Okay, and we will make this key I, and this one right here It uses the key to find this. Okay, let me check what happens here. Okay, so we are right here, right? When I hit I, let me just place a break. Okay, I hit I, and this is what I got. The key is for dungeon 2. Okay, the data we have currently is 0, right? Save data is the DS map that I'm using. The key is right there. Okay, find the value. The data is 0. So apparently it didn't save the information. Huh. The information in the array is actually 0. That's weird. Okay. So how about I save information, right? This is about to store the data. So what I'm going to do is just place a value in the keys. Let's say 5, right? So now data keys is 5, but it's not like set correctly. Oops, 1 second. Save. Okay, now we have keys on 5. Right, we have keys on 5. We are saving the data. Okay. Here we can check inside and see the information being string 5. Let me step a little further. We can see there is a 5 right there, right? So that is going into the save data, right? Good. Good. Okay. Now that we have SAT, I can hit save, right? So, in theory, if I hit load, it should give me the data. It didn't. Wait. I have just come to a realization. Hold on. So what if I go... we currently have 5 on the keys, right? I noticed that I never actually called this function here. Hold on. We just say data to the load data. Date not data. Load the information and pass it, right? So I don't actually need this. We can make it like that. Okay, let's give it a try. Continue that. Okay, this is triggering right here. Okay, data has 0, but we are on dungeon 0. Okay. This is dungeon 1. Okay. Dungeon 2. It's still on 0, huh? Hmm. Load data, key, default data, log type. This is something else. Okay, so the issue here seems that for some reason we are not saving the information for the keys in the dungeons. Hmm. Hmm. Save game. Store player data. Save data, global save file. Hmm. I don't actually need this. Hmm. I actually don't need this either. Oh. A lot of redundancies. Okay, I need to see what's happening here. Okay, we are loading right there. Okay. So when I hit save, what is exactly... Oh, it crashed. Player state. Wait. Oh, I see. It's because I have the variable like this over here. Ah. Object underscore player dot state. Okay. Save. Okay, let's see what happened here. So we are saving save data. We cannot really see what's in save data. Classroom is, that's fine. We are saving on file 00. Okay, let's check the variables. So we have the save data right here. What do we have here? Bombs. Map file player HP. Profile name. We are looking for the dungeon information. There we go. That's the dungeon information. That's for dungeon 0. Wait. That's dungeons 2? You see, it is on 0 right now. Huh. If I do that, what will happen? Okay, we're here, right? If I hit load, let me just put a marker right here. Okay, load. Error. Enable to convert string to integer. Keys data keys. What? Wait, hold on. What? Did it just crash because I changed the value? Okay, that is working correctly. Okay. So you are telling me that if I go over here, for example, if I set this to save, right? When we are saving, right here, right? I can see that we have 0 keys, right? So if I change it to 5, and we continue, right? That's supposed to save the 5 keys, right? Into the value. And when I load, I can see that the... Wait. Did we just lost the keys? So it did load the value from the array of information. Oh. So it did load. The problem is that it's not saving. Huh. Okay, let me do something. If I set this to 5 and we go back to the game, right? So we have 5 keys and I hit save. So we are saving right here, right? Save data. Key 0, that's for dungeon 1. Key 0, that's for dungeon 2. That's on 0. That's weird. Huh. Why are you not saving correctly? Okay, I hit save. We have 5 keys, according to this, right? So I can actually add this value right here into the watch. So I can actually see the keys. Oh, now it's 5. The fuck? Now the value is correctly 5. The fuck? I hate GateMaker so much right now. Okay, so the file is actually has 5 now for some godforsaken reason. So now we have the correct value of keys, right? So technically we just saved, right? With 5. So if I quit, and I load the game again, key 0. Okay. Now we have a value of 0 for some reason. Okay, there is one thing I want to check. Instances. Really, it's not showing me anything, huh? Okay. So, Dungeon Game Manager, right here, you. You are supposed to have a say data. And there you have to have values here. Keys. For Dungeon 0 is at 0, okay. For Dungeon 1, Dungeon 2. For some reason your value is at 0. Did you not load the information? What happened here? So the issue is that it's not saving, basically. So if I were to change this to 9, for example, and I go back to the game, and I hit load, I get an error. So I cannot like physically modify the values inside the save data. That means I need to redo the save system because this is kind of bullshit. So I have to do the pathfinding. I have to redo the AI. I need to redo the save system. I want to modify the attack system. Basically, every fucking system in the game needs to be modified in some way. I hate my life. Also, I just noticed that all of these have like file 00 blah 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 blah, right? I think that's like unnecessary for all of them to have file 000. Maybe the generate key needs some modification. Yeah, I don't need the file here. With just Roman and everything else should be more than enough. What is this? Why do I have this function? Hold on. Am I even using that function somewhere? Get room variables? So that just generates a key. And that's it. Oh no, it's loading data. Did it returning something? Oh. I have no idea what is returning, but it's returning something. Puzzle solved. Oh, wait. What is this? Game manager? Oh. Wait. Did I ever use this for anything? Oh. Huh. I don't remember ever using this. Okay. Here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to design a new save system. And for now, we will assume saving works perfectly. And continue with the development of the dungeon. Yes. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't stop development just because I am stuck with the same system. Yeah. That's my solution. In my opinion, it's a great solution. Indeed. Ow. I need to fix that also. The fact that you can hit yourself with the bushes. That's a bit of an issue. Yeah. A 101 streams and the save system is not working. Ah, don't remind me. And suddenly the dungeon object is not found. That's weird. Huh. That's actually weird. Hold on. Why is the dungeon item missing? That's actually a good point. Why is there no dungeon item? Hmm. Wait. If there is no dungeon... Wait. Why is the dungeon item not showing up? Hold on. That's weird. I have it right there at the center of the screen. Right there. Why is it not showing up? Let me put it like right there. I don't see the dungeon item again. Huh. Ow. Dungeon object. I keep saying dungeon item, but what I mean is dungeon object. Yeah, dungeon object missing. That's weird. Huh. Why is the dungeon object not there? That's really, really weird. Huh. I can put it on the corner. I don't see it still. Hey. Hey. Don't blame me for Silsong. You are using me as a justification for Silsong not coming out? Okay, for some reason the dungeon icon is not like there, which is weird. You're displaying the hardships of game development. If I save and then I quit and then I come back, now it is there. Huh. That's weird. Wait. Is it the new game not passing through the loading screen? Wait. The fuck? It is not. Oh. 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 That actually explains a lot. Oh. And that actually crashed. That's the tools. Main menu. Okay. New game. Okay. I just need to. There we go. Whoops. 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 That explains why they couldn't find the dungeon item, because it never actually spawns. There we go. Now we have a dungeon item, but we are not going anywhere. Which is an issue. Okay, so the dungeon item is there. That's the UI, that's another thing, the load timer. Okay. Okay. I need to place a little extra here. Go to room index and I will say map underscore overworld underscore wait room underscore map. What was the fucking name of the hold on. Map ob okay map underscore ob underscore 7007 07 00 no 07. I believe that's the right room. We will find out really soon. Wrong room. Then that means it has to be 00. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we have that working. Wait, what's up? Are you thinking the same thing I was thinking? That maybe that was actually the origin of the problem with the same? History doesn't seem correct. Histories? Oh, you see, stories as you are typing it, the one that starts with S, that's something you tell that is not necessarily grounded in reality, right? Histories are something you tell that is supposed to be like grounded in fact, in truth. Yeah. A story can be fictional. Stories has to be, for the most part, correct in that there is real, basically. Yeah. I believe that's the difference, but I'm like saying it from the top of my head, so I might not be 100% like accurate on the definition. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So basically what I'm saying is that I do believe it's a word. Let me check. Difference between stories, histories, and stories. In short, histories refers to factual accounts of past events, while stories encompass both true and fictional narratives. History emphasizes verifiable facts and is often associated with academic study, while stories can be creative and entertaining, whether based on reality or not. Yeah. Let me check more specifically. His stories award. Noun. In definition, histories is the plural of history, as in annals, an account of important events in the order in which they happen. Yeah. Is the plural of history. So indeed is a word. Yes. Yeah. Basically, a story, a history, is, for example, the history of the United States, specifically emphasizes the subject, right? The United States. But if we are talking about the history of the United States and the history of Mexico as two separate subjects, you will say histories of United States and Mexico. It's not, what implies is that there is no relationship between both of them, right? They are independent and they don't interact. So they are two separate histories. But if you are talking about the interactions between the two, it would be the history of the United States and Mexico as a single one. Yeah. It's very weird to use the plural version because it's rare for someone to actually speak of separate histories at the same time. Yeah. It's a very, 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 very rare word, basically, because it's not usually used. Yeah. No, it's a valid question. Yes. Yeah. In fact, I'm glad that you noticed, because there is a reason why I specifically say it like that. Okay, so we got one key. Then we get the second. So much noise over here. We have two. Right? So now we have two. We go up this way. I will kill this guy. Use one key to get in here. Oh, lots of health. I can open here to grab the map that I need to make also. Then we go through here. We go over here. Fight these guys. Okay. And we go over here and we solve this thing right here. And I just grew myself. Lovely. Okay, we go in here. I need to fix that teleport right there. Okay, and I grab the key. So we are now up to 2, right? To get to the other side, it's as simple as, whoop, I need to fix that game over also. So we are right here. And we can go up through here. And now we are out here. Right? We are behind the wall of spikes. Ouch. We go through here. Ouch. We have this guy. Go over here. Okay. Now, I can do this. Right, and we go in here. And we do a little run. I need to make this door a one-way door. And that's open. Okay. We can fight this guy to open the doors. Up. You know what? I need to modify this battle so the walk is a bit more aggressive. Ow. Ouch. There we go. How do the blocks react to the bomb parry? That's a good question. Yeah. We will go over here. And now we have our torch. Even though I still have not made the... icon. Okay, I can now clear my path like this. Right. Just to get rid of that. And I can do this puzzle. I cannot check the bomb thing because currently I don't have any bombs. Because I have not done Dungeon 1. Yeah. Ah, I screwed up. So I can do this, and I believe this goes like this. That goes up. Come on. Really? I might need to make this a bit longer. This goes down. And then this way down here. This goes this way, all the way down. This goes this, like that. Actually not. Ah, shit. I need to fix that one. That's definitely not a good thing. Okay. That goes up and that down. And I believe here I just need to do this and very carefully go over here to place this where it has to go. This one goes like this. This one goes like that. This goes down, this goes there, down, over here, down, this way, down, all the way across, and down. And I now got the dungeon boss, huh? Okay. Good night, Ricardo. I will see you later. Thank you for coming to the stream. Good night. Rest well. Good night, good night. Rest well. Good night. Wow, there is no, like, health here. There we go. Okay, so now I can open this. And that means we are good with our dungeon run. So next we need to do the dungeon boss. But first, there is one thing I need to fix real quick. I will put this outside. Okay, so currently, let me close this. And we can open the B section of the dungeon. Big one. So we have these little rooms, right? Oh, not that I think about it. Did I set this to actually trigger with the... Oh, it's actually a hidden activation. Oh. Yeah, it's a hidden activation, huh? I had completely forgotten about this. And it's targeting the dropper, right? Yeah, it is. Ah, the chest. So this is 003 and this is 2. And we are at the 8th location. So this leads into this. And this right here should lead into this one here. And then over here. Okay. Okay. So this has the hidden activation right here. How did this one work again? It's checking for triggers. Okay. Okay, so I can close that. I can close this. Okay. So now we have a nice like flow of events. Okay, so I want to add one door right here. That would be a lock door. Let's see. Doors, lock door. Key lock. Okay. This is going to be over here. And I will rotate this 90 degrees. I will change the wall right here. To look better. And I will modify this. So the target map is the next room. That would be 600 3. Right, the position has to be on the exact opposite of this place. So that would be right there. Actually a bit further, right there. So that's 440 and 102. And we can place this where it should be. Okay, and what I want to do now is create some a hidden spawn. Right, so puzzle pieces. Hidden gauntlet spawn. Right. So this thing is going to check if there are enemies and spawn whatever I select. And the spawn is going to be a small key. Yeah. According to this, it spawns on the location. Okay. So I need to place this right there. And so it doesn't spawn by itself immediately. I'm going to place some enemies here. Enemies. Some simple enemies. The boar and one of these guys. Okay, the hidden like on the spawn, I believe it needs to have the basic like features of the other ones. So let's see. I need to have a way to tell if this is already done or not. So let's say already done. Let's call this done, right? And I will save the done false. We're going to need a key, generate key. On destroy, I will store data. Here I will just say data to load data. I believe that's everything I need here. And here I will just check if we don't have enemies and we data.done is false. We spawn the key, right? But we only mark data as done if there is no instance of enemies and there is no instance of spawn, right? That way we can tell if the key has been collected. Then we say data dot done equals true. That way, even if you walk away from the key, you will not lose it, in theory. Instead of destroy, let's call this function on roommate. I think it's a better idea. Okay. Right, so that will spawn the key right there. That will send us to the other one. And over here, I just need a basic door. Generic dungeon doors. Door normal. This goes to the other direction. And we will edit the variables. Should go to 6 0 3, I believe. 703. 703. The position has to be on the other side of the thing, so it should be right here. The values are 48, 1, 12. Okay. We can place this back over here and we can fix the wall. Okay. Let me give it a try just to make sure this is working. Ah, that just crashed. Object document doesn't get index of. What did just happen there? What happened here is dungeon access dungeon number with that error index error range. Turbo's room. Huh? Turbo's room? Why is the Turbo's room triggering an error? Get dungeon and object. And I can remove that. With dungeon object. Huh. There we go. Now we have the same issue where this is like not saving the current state of the game, sadly. Yeah.
Wow.
Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hello. We are currently working on a little game. Currently the same system is broken and I have no idea how to fix it, which is not very good. Yeah, also this particular puzzle is a bit difficult, I will say. Especially when the attack doesn't reach. there we go. And this goes down all the way over here, and this was over here all the way to the end. And we got it. But because I already grabbed the dungeon key, this is not working. Okay, let me fix this particular issue by basically cheating. One moment. Let's see. I need to go to the entrance of the dungeon. That would be 7-3. Yes, right there. 7-3. And I will simply go over here and just grab my boss key and just drop it there. Right, so I grab my key and now I can go in. This is working just fine. Nice. Okay, let me check the other side of the dungeon. And that crashed. Map overworld 3 unknown object. No set different init. Self-target map over self. Wait, what is this exactly? Object hedgehog. Why is the hedgehog trying to move maps? What is this error? Map 603 target. Position. No set perform rented. Recreate. Map overworld. That's not correct actually. Hold on. Did I put this incorrectly? Yeah, that's wrong right there. Dungeon underscore dungeon 2 underscore 06 underscore 003. There we go. That was the one. Okay. Which software am I using? I'm currently using Game Maker for this particular game. Yes. Game Maker Studio is called. Yeah. My game is currently very buggy because I decided to change some stuff midway and now everything is breaking. Ow. Okay, and let me check something. If I don't pick this key and I walk away and I come back, the key's still there. Okay, nice. If I grab it and I leave and I come back, it's no longer there. Okay, that's working perfectly. And there is another crash. Lovely. What is it this time? It appears to be the same issue. Oh wait, where is that? Okay. Overworld 700. Yeah, that's not correct. That would be dungeon 2 underscore 07 underscore 003. There we go. By the way, this might be a bit misleading with me like specifically saying like the maps right here and coordinates. This is a system I programmed myself. It's not like something that exists within Game Maker. That's why it's so finicky and prone to breaking. Yeah. Oh. Okay, we grab the key and going here. Okay, now it's working just fine, and I can go up, I can go down, and I can go over here. Okay, nice. That is working just fine. And I can actually enter through here. Okay, nice. That is working perfectly. Nice, nice. Ouch. I cannot. I don't need to do that. Okay. So basically, most of everything in the dungeon is working correctly. There is an issue that I don't have like the up version of these like stairs set correctly. So maybe I should do that now. Terrain. I have that right there. I need the other version. I believe I have one that I can use right here. Okay. So I'm going to just duplicate this over here, and this one I will move over there. Okay. So here we have the background right there. I will just copy this, go over to the other one, this one, and just paste it right there. And now we have the other version. Maybe I should do a few adjustments. Okay, let's lower this a bit. I think that looks better. Yeah. And I want the arrow also. So let's see. Arrow. I will grab this. Go over here, and I need a new layer. Right there. Okay. And this. Now we'll flip vertically. Like that. That way I can... that doesn't quite look correct, sadly. Okay, how about I grab this color and just invert it. Like that. That looks way better. Yeah. And I can just like set. something like that. Okay, that looks fine to me. So let's save that, and I will just change the name of the file to work with my system. So that would be a placeholder TP none open direction up. And that should solve the issue I had before. Let's see. Oh. I grab that and open this. Yeah, the door is right there. It looks good. So I can... Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so now here comes probably the hardest part of this. Now that I can reach the boss room right here, I need to make a boss. So how are we making this boss exactly? Let's see. Let me open my map. Let's see. Dungeons. Okay. Let's see. So we have this map of our dungeon, right? This is the sign. Now we need to design the boss fight. How are we going to do this exactly?
Make a boss who is a goat with 2 pirate sword. His name will be Gabriel.
Make a boss who is a god with 2 pirate swords. Name will be Gabriel. It sounds like I will be like ripping off. What was the name of that? Why is this brush like moving weirdly? Oh, I have the wrong setting. No, it's not that setting. What is? Apply jitter. There we go. Now it's smooth. Okay. It sounds like I would be like stealing from Ultrakill. Okay, so the dungeon for this boss is supposed to be a rose, right? First, let's set up the limitations, right? Because this map is very misleading. So we have a boss room that looks like this. Because we don't have as much space as it looks like on the map. We need to be a bit more precise. Right? This is the space we have. So I believe the boss should be around this position, right? Make his a cow instead. You want me to make a cow as the boss for a forest dungeon? Really? If I make a boss like that, I think I would make it maybe for the dungeon that is supposed to have a minotaur, maybe as the sub-boss. Yeah, that would be an option.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, Pixel. Hello, hello, how are you? Pixel checks some... Yeah, if you want a cow as a boss fight, I could make it for the one that is going to be having a minotaur. Yeah. Okay, so we have a room this size, right? We went through this whole dungeon. Yeah. You're fine? I'm glad to hear that, Pixel. Yes. I'm doing good. I just have come to realize that my save system for the game is completely broken, which is kind of sad, but I will have to fix it eventually. By the way, you can say I'm a bad viewer. I'm watching you under the rain and with one Wi-Fi bar. I'm questioning your life choices. If you are under the rain with only one bar of Wi-Fi and your decision is to watch my stream instead of actually solving those problems. Yeah. Okay, so for this particular boss fight, I want to make a rose, right? We are on a forest dungeon, so I kind of want to... how do I draw this in a way that makes sense? I want to have a little... Maybe that's too big. Right? We will have a rose for this boss fight. And this will be a man-eater plant, basically. You're walking home? Oh, I see. Why are you walking home on the rain? Ah, I see. Well, that's sad. So we have a... That's not going to be the look of the boss, by the way, because I cannot really draw correctly. But we have a boss, right? Like this. What kind of attacks do you think would have? I think reusing the attack from the sub-boss that was basically a spike with thorns would be a good idea, right? That would be one option. Right? That's one way, one kind of attack. What else? Maybe something like a wave. It would be nice. How about like a roots with spikes that burst up, like it's like going like this. Right, and we have it like burst from the ground. And maybe we could have it like shoot out like spikes after a moment. That could be an option. What do you guys think? So it would be like a movement that goes like this, right? And after a pause, we shoot the spikes. That's an idea. You'll almost come. Yeah, take a shower. Don't like watch my stream on the rain. That's not a good idea. So we have this particular attack. We have the shoot of the spikes from the ground. What else? You need to see the game in which context. Well, I can show you something real quick, actually. We can go here, and I actually made a different dungeon already. So, in fact, I can show you the other boss fight I have here, I believe. So we are over here. Let me solve this puzzle because I said it so the puzzle don't save even if you solve them, which is painful. So this boss fight is with a wolf. The wolf currently has no animations because I'm leaving the art for the last. It basically, every time you show your back to it, it attacks, right? After a certain amount, it will call for help. The owls will throw wind that actually push you around, right? And it will also spawn spikes from the ground at random. The wind actually pushes you around. The more you damage the enemy, the more powerful his attacks become. Slowly. Ouch. You see an increment in the amount of owls and spikes shooting around. Right? And this boss looks like this because I already beat it. Right? But there is supposed to be a bunch of bushes around the boss fight that is basically in the way, right? The boss is immune to it, but the wind can push the bushes around that can harm you. Every time the wolf manages to do a lap without attacking you, it will dash, trying to get to your back and attack you. Once you kill it, the real boss, the flower, kills the wolf with a dramatic ending, right? And that's how you win. And then you go over here and climb your guard, right? Because I forgot to set so the wolf stays dead, it responds. That is a bug I need to fix, right? So for the other, these are the bushes that harm you, like here. Ouch. I killed myself. But you see what I mean, right? Those are in the boss room while you're fighting. Now, let's go to the other dungeon real quick. Currently, I don't have art for obvious reasons. I'm trying to figure out how to be more efficient so I don't get stuck just making art for the entire game. The other dungeon is over here. And it crashed. Excuse me. Because I modify stuff. There is a lot of stuff that is like not working correctly. Object door breakable set block states. Okay. Give me a moment. Where are you? Rooms, overworld. I want to go to 16. 16.3? No. Right here. Okay. This one here. I need to fix terrain door. This is the one with the problem. Actually, I can just replace this. Generic. Dungeon door normal. Okay. And here I just set it to send us to the correct dungeon. Dungeon 0, that would be on 04. 0, if I remember correctly. And it has to be on the base of the screen. So that should be around here. So it has to be these coordinates. Okay. Put back the door where it has to be. Okay. I should have said before I went over there. Ouch. Okay, so we're going here and I screwed up. Why is this not sending me to the correct location? Damage map or it should be sending me to the correct. Oh, I know why. Because probably this is not correct. Hold on. Yeah, this should be a bit higher. Oops. Okay. Well, before I go, I will save, so we don't have to run back. Okay, so we go in. There we go. Now we are in the dungeon. So here we need to get rid of all the enemies. Yeah, it took me quite a long time to actually do the whole art. That's why I came to realize it's taken me forever just to make the art. Okay, I'm missing someone apparently. There we go. And that's a crash again. Because door breakable is not on the right state. Okay. So this thing has an issue on the definitions. It should be lock. Breakable, lock, state, close. Okay. Let's see, that should fix it. You never made a game before? It's actually pretty fun. Especially when you make something and it completely fails. And you weren't happy with it to develop further? Ouch. We're missing someone somewhere. There we go. Okay. I never actually tried to use that engine. Yeah, it's the first time I hear about it. And yeah, this is my first dungeon. Let me try to get to the boss as quickly as possible. So I go over here, go over here. Need to kill this one. Ah, shit, I fell. Hold on. Hold on. Now I'm regretting placing the feature that you can actually jump from one floor to the other. You made all from scratch also engine? I'm using Game Maker to make the game. A lot of the systems I made myself, yeah, but not everything. Some are the ones that come by default with the engine, and a lot of the others are ones I made myself. For example, handling the attack and the movement is all mine. Yeah. The falling animations and everything else also. Okay, this is the first sub-boss. We have this guy, right? He will roll around and shooting ink at you. Right? After a certain tries, it will try to hit you like that, and it'll go for a sweep of different attacks, and then it will restart. Very simple, in my opinion. And it will keep going with that particular combo. You can actually bounce back the projectiles. You can also stop it in place if you manage to attack at the correct timing. Ow. Ouch. Once you defeat it, it will fall from the barrel. A bird will come and grab it and leave. That particular animation was made by people watching the stream. They choose what was going to happen at the end of the boss battle. Yeah. Are the chords for the bow reason, or is important not the exact chords? This is just because I was having issue with the pathfinding of the game, so I started to show the chords. But it's not really necessary, I just forgot to remove them. And over here we get bombs as an item. Yeah. With the bombs, now we can go back in the dungeon. You can see this is a locked door right there. So I can show this particular wall and blow it up. And in here you have to fight your way. By the way, the enemies can hit each other. You grab the key. And we can go back over here. Open this. Go around. Go up. Okay. So there is also a very nice feature that I added by mistake because of the way I was programming stuff. You see, if you place a bomb and time things correctly, you can actually parry the explosion and hurt the enemies that way. Yeah. It was so awesome, I decided to just keep it instead of trying to fix the bug. Just with a well-timed parry. Yes, a lot of the enemies have no like normal animation. Ow! Okay. Ah! That's definitely very buggy. I need to fix that. This guy is also very buggy. Okay. In this place you get the key for the boss. Ah, shit, I fell. And now we can fight the actual boss. Ah, damn it. It seems it crashed. Again, because I probably forgot to set the one of the doors correctly. Let's see. Second half. 5-3, I believe it is. Yeah, this spot right here. It's probably the door, the one causing issues. Yep, the boss door. Maybe I can just modify this. Oh, I just need to remove that. Oh. And that's working now correctly. Okay, let me do something. Just so we don't have to do the whole run again. I will just simply... where are you? Just grab a boss key and just drop it over there. GameMaker is surprisingly easy to use. I just feel like there is a lot lacking when it comes to the programming side. Yeah, if you know how to program, like really good, you will find like there is a lot of limitations. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can speed run this. C++ and ACM, but NCM is very slow. C++ is a good language to make games. Yeah. I believe C# is most used for gaming. Yeah. I believe Unity uses that, if I recall correctly. Okay, so... Ouch. 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 Okay. I grab the bombs and now we can go back. I will just ignore the enemies right here and just grab the key. Ouch. And go back and go to the boss directly. I also need to please fix the pathfinding because I'm not happy with it. Okay, so here is the boss. Let me grab some health. Real quick. Okay. And this is the boss. It's a slightly more advanced version of the one before. You cannot really reach the boss if you notice, like this. He does do that dash from time to time, but you can use bombs here to blow your way open. And attack. Ouch. There we go. That's the boss fight. It's a little bit more difficult than the other one, but not by much. Yeah. And here you will get your reward that I have still not put in game. So that's the idea, is to make a boss fight like those, maybe a little bit more interesting, maybe a little bit more difficult. So currently my proposal is that we could have spikes shooting up from below, right? And then we can have these like vines sprout from the ground and then grow like spikes. Yeah, like thorns. What other kind of attack can I add here? I feel like the battle like this would be very simple. Yeah. What else? So we can have these, maybe having the like this the vines do this. Maybe I could do it also horizontally. Oh, I know. I can maybe once these vines had grown thorns, turn them into the ones we had before. The ones that are just like with spikes we see on the rest of the dungeon. That could be an option. They just dry up, basically. They become like dried spikes and you can burn those. So we can use the dungeon item. Yeah. That's an option. I like that option, actually. You now understand? Yes. Roots that stun. How would that look? Huh. I'm trying to imagine it. Will it be like... We could make like a giant like thorn, like, well, root, like this. And it suddenly slams on the ground. And maybe we create like a splash. That's not what I wanted. A splash around the area that causes stun damage. That could be an option. We go like that. What else? I kind of want something that is like homing, right? Like whatever you are standing, it will like appear, like point at you and then shoot. What would that look like? You know what I can do? I could make it like a turret, basically, and have like another two plants, like besides the one we have, right? Like pointing towards the player. And this one shoots seeds in a line. Yeah, I have many ideas. I'm trying to figure out a way to make this like make sense, basically. Maybe making this smaller could be better. Instead of having it this size, I could maybe go a bit smaller, so they don't abark so much space in the screen. Maybe making it like something tiny. Like that. Right? And it will shoot the things around. Ooh. What about if the dungeon item for this particular boss is the torch, right? And we set these ones like appear, then dry up to become something like this, right? Like just a bush of thorns. A dried one. How about we combine the bush, like we have the bush with thorns, right? And this little fella right here, to make like a makeshift like cannon with the seeds. So if you align yourself with the flower and one of these, you can set this one aflame, like you burn this with the torch, and you can make this to become like a fire projectile. And then you can align these three together to get it to hit the boss. That way you want to bait the flower to be placed somewhere. Then you will wait for this to appear on the boss room. Then they dry, you set it aflame, have the flower fire through the fire, right? And then that hits the boss. Now that's quite a mechanic. I like it. And we can have also the roots like landing blows in the arena. That sounds interesting. It sounds like it would be like very confusing. It will be quite active for the player. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, that sounds very good. Huh. I'm trying to figure out if there is a hole here that I have not thought about. Hmm. What is stopping the player from just attacking the boss directly without really interacting with the mechanics? I could, hmm, I could either give the boss a knockback. Whenever you attack, it will just attack you back, right? Or I could just set like a wall of thorns around it so you cannot really reach it by yourself. But that doesn't really sound good. The other choice, it would be like not allowing you to harm it with the... sword. Hold on. I have an idea. A very weird idea that is probably going to cause problems down the line. How about if I let the player, when they are fighting, right? I could just simply let the player attack, right? And just bounce off the seats with the sword to redirect them. And then I can just make it so if you try to hit the flower directly, it will just attack you back. So it's not like worth it to damage it like that way. That means I need to make a new like system for the firing of the projectiles. Lovely. Lovely overcomplicating a game that is still buggy. Okay, I think this is a good mechanic. I like that this battle. Yeah. It sounds good. Okay. So now let's set the stage. You enter the boss room, right? You see the boss. What does the boss do first? Let's say the boss will start with the pines. Right? It will create the pines. To make like the terrain difficult. Right? And then the pines dry out. Right? This becomes this basically. Just like dry pines. We still with thorns. Right? And then we start seeing the flowers. On step 3, we see the flowers start to spawn. And shoot the seeds. On the 4th step, we use the spikes, right? The little like sprouts randomly. And finally, we go with the slam. Room shaking and you're stunned. Yeah, we could make it like this. Hit is like a AoE stun. Yeah. We can make the number for homing. So we can make this one homing. So that means you cannot stay in place. Yeah. This one also coming. This will be random. And this will be it's an AoE, so we cannot really we can just ignore it. Okay. That looks okay-ish. Yeah. Ah. Okay, that sounds good. So this will be our boss battle. In short. Okay. So first, let us start by making the boss enemy. One moment. I need to close all this stuff. Okay. So we need our boss room. That would be 7-4 right here. This is our boss room. Okay. Enemies dungeon 2. Our boss will be let's call this object underscore flower. Let's call it rose. Okay, that's our boss. For now, let's give it a random sprite. Just so we know where it is. Okay. So we have our lovely boss. Probably I will put it I suppose right there. So I will put it cancel. Our boss is going to be right here. Okay, that's our boss. So now, the behavioral boss would be one, this thing, right? The the thorns spawning from the ground. So for that, I'm going to make a new sprite. Let's see. I have the thorns right here. Let me duplicate this, and I will put it somewhere random. Let's rename this to just thorns fresh. And I'm going to change the color palette. Right, I'm just going to shift this towards green. Basically. And then I will just grab the scale, going down. Right. So now we can modify this. These are these ones right here. So the center is this, okay? Let's start with the brightest because I'm going to get confused. Actually, now that I think about it, I want the thorns to be red. Hold on. And red. Make it a little bit darker. Right, so I can just set it like this for all the turns. Okay. I'm trying to go fast, and you can see how this is taking me quite a while. Actually, let me just go through all the turns rather than doing one at a time. Probably better if I do it like this. Okay, that looks good. Now let's modify the common colors. Okay. Then I can go for the darker one. I think I might have mistaken the brightest one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think that looks pretty good, in my opinion. Yeah, okay, that looks good. So now what we are going to be doing here? Let me move this over here. Is we are going to be spawning this for the boss fight. So I need to make a little object. So dungeon 2, we create an object for the turns. Object underscore turns. Fresh. Right, and I will simply say turns fresh. There we go. I can close this and we can place our turns right there. That looks fine. And I can modify it quite nicely right there. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Okay, at least we have the design. Looking at the time, I think it's already pretty late for me, so I think I will stop here and we will continue working the boss next time. Yeah. Yes, I think this will be continued next time. At least we already have like most of the pieces we need. Well, not really. We're missing quite a lot. But we have some of the pieces we need. Yeah, and then we will make the appearance for the boss. Currently it is just a square. Yeah, but it's looking good. I like it. Okay, let's stop here for today.
It's never that easy.
Yes, never that easy. It seems like the modifications I
Make
made.
a boss who is a goat with 2 pirate sword. His name will be Gabriel. Hello.
Gabriel, wow. Love the music. Yeah, I like it. Also, if you want like the playlist, it's actually available on the description. Yes, under the dev room section. Yes. If you like it, you can check it out. Yeah. But yes, we need to finish the boss, but that will happen next time. Yeah. At least we're started already making the pieces for the boss fight. We will get there eventually. Yes. Okay, I will be ending stream here for today. I will see you guys next time on Thursday for Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. The next step stream will be on Sunday. Yes. In the meanwhile, I will try to figure out the issue with the save file that I still have no idea how to fix. Yeah. Yes. This boss fight, I hope it will look very good. Yes. That's my hope, at the very least. Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot for coming. Yes, and watching my stream. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yes. But I have to go and grab some dinner. Yes. So I will see you next time if you choose to visit my stream again. Yes. Good night. Have a nice day. Yes. Sleep well. I don't know what time is on your time zone. So, have a nice day, or if it's night already, good night. Rest well. And thank you for coming. Good night, good night. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. Bye.
Well, too late to change engines now. Woo-H. Woohoo. Lovely, Limao. Not to insult, but 151 streams in and the save is still not working. Honestly, watching you make this game from the start makes me understand why Silksong is taking so long. I'm not blaming you. You are displaying the hardships of game development. A little psy. Wait. Histories doesn't seem correct. Shouldn't it be stories? Shouldn't. Verthandy, I don't think histories is even a word. It kinda sounds weird to me. Oh, okay, my bad. How do the blocks react to the bomb parry? At quad stat lets me resist sleep, but I failed the roll. Genyo. Wow. Which software do you use to make games? Make a boss who is a goat with 2 pirate sword. His name will be Gabriel. Lol. Make as a cow instead? Would be great. Hello. I'm fine, Ty, how about you? BTW, you can't say I'm a bad viewer. I'm watching you under the rain RN on one Wi-Fi bar. Yay cow, D. I'm walking home. I don't get the car today, sadly I have to walk back from work. All ram almost home, I be back after I take a shower. I'm already wet, just need the soap. Need to see the game first in this context. Ah, nice. Okay, now I see where you go, looks good. Very nice mechanics. Very. Nice. Looks lovely. I never made a game before. I mean, I tried, but I wasn't happy with it to dev further. In Erlicht, maybe you know the engine. You made all from scratch also engine? I never had Game Maker. Are the chords for debug reason, or is it important to know the exact chords? Very cool, very. Has more content than Jason's game. I like the hit animation. Make change. Game Maker looks very good. See and ASM, but ASM very slow. As only for little optimization, not from scratch. Super cool. Now I understand. Roots Vish stun. Is see you have many ideas. That's the fun part for me. D. Sounds good. Try out. Room shaking and you are stunned. Love the music BRW. BTW. Okay, smiley face emoji. I enjoyed the stream. Gotcha THX. See ya, bye. Good night. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. Croissant emoji, rice cracker emoji, banana emoji. Good night, take care. Sun emoji, black star emoji, crescent moon emoji,